What's up, guys? It's your man, Donovan Sharpe, and welcome to this Tuesday morning edition of TSR Live. Of course, we do Tuesdays and Thursdays here with Jonathan from Modern Life Dating. We are presented in part by 1821manmade.com, your one-stop shop for all of your beard grooming needs. They're not a bargain brand beard balm company that wants just any man to buy their products. They want men who take their facial grooming seriously. So go to 1821manmade.com now and step up your beard game. We are also brought to you by Happy Hippo Herbals, home of the highest quality grade and purest kratom on the market. Happy Hippo Kratom will elevate your mood, make you absolutely fearless around women, and gives you a relaxed sense of energy that only the purest kratom can provide. Go to happyhippoherbals.com today and save 20% when you pay with Bitcoin. Yes, that includes your shipping. If you want to support the show, and Jonathan from Modern Life Dating, you can do so through the Streamlabs link I am putting on the chat. Whatever contributions come in get split evenly between the show and my guest. Obviously, Jonathan provides tremendous knowledge and information, which adds value to my show. Listen, if you guys would accompany your questions with a small contribution, it would be much appreciated. It's never required. But you guys know that, listen, anything, $10, $1, $15, $3, every little bit counts and every dollar is appreciated. It is these contributions that allow us to make steady improvements to the show as well as your experience. My guest, of course, is Jonathan from Modern Life Dating, and he's pissed. Go ahead and lead us off, man. How's it going?
I'm okay. I'm a little hot-headed sometime. But basically, as you guys know, I'm really, really active on Instagram at Modern Life Dating, and I heavily analyze all data, all days of the week. I live and breathe Instagram, right? And I realized that, like, if I could be some, just PC beta dork, I could easily ascend to the top, but I would probably destroy hundreds and thousands of lives by spreading lies. But because I tell the truth and I keep it real with the audience, I have been under what they call a shadow ban on Instagram. And it's like they can't outwardly delete you or block you these days without some concrete evidence. But recently, they've been doing a lot more of the shadow banning, which is like what they do is they limit access from outside external traffic to organically reach your account. And the only person who can see your stuff is somebody actually shares it or they're already following you. Wow. So now my access is absolutely restricted to my follower base only. And that's because I've been posting red pill truths and helping guys out. And yeah, it's just I just thought I'd get out there and let guys know that, like, there is definitely some kind of silent organization against us. The Red Man Group subreddit getting banned is another, sign right there, clear as day. And I just want to let guys know, like, there is totally some sort of silent agenda against guys like us who, like, want to live life on our own terms, who don't want to follow the script of, like, get married, become a wage slave to your wife, become a wage slave to the government, get divorced, let her take the kids, let her take the house, and then you're enslaved for the rest of your life because the government will put you in jail if you don't pay the child support and alimony for the rest of your life, while she's off, can have tons of new boyfriends, get fucked up in your house that you're paying the bills for, and ultimately you look like the biggest fool.
Yeah, listen, that's the story of most people's lives here in America. Shout out to BK from the Rockies. He pops the cherry this morning. He says the tube is being funky with not notifying people. So make sure to hit the notification bell to get Donovan's content on time. I believe, now listen, I could be wrong, but I firmly believe that the reason why guys aren't getting my notifications is because I'm probably shadow banned. Like, I think that's probably what's happening. A lot of guys have complained lately, hey, I'm not getting notifications. Same with the Red Man Group. Listen, guys come into the Red Man Group and they say, hey, I didn't get the notifications, but I know you guys are here at 10 o'clock every Saturday. Same with the Brother Pill. I think that any sort of content, any sort of content creator, any sort of podcaster, YouTuber, etc., that doesn't lick the almighty vagina ends up getting shadow banned. So because they can't take you off of their platforms, and the reason why they don't take you off of their platforms is that they don't really have any hardcore concrete evidence that shows a clear violation of terms of service. So what they've done is, just like you said, they've sort of gone halfway and said, okay, well, listen, what we're going to do is we're going to shrink your audience. The only people who are going to have access to your material are people who only people who share it and people who follow you. That doesn't stop you, but it greatly diminishes your ability to grow. Now, listen, I'm fortunate, that I'm on, well, for now, at least Patreon allows me to share my content, but who knows? Patreon could cut me off tomorrow. And if they do, I have contingency plan after contingency plan. And so anybody who's thinking, oh my God, if Donovan's Patreon goes away, no, they are never, ever, ever going to take me off the internet. Yeah. I have rock solid plans in place to make sure that I'm not going to be at the mercy of shadow banning. And to be quite honest with you, Jonathan, I would say that by the end of next year, I'm actually starting the process now as we speak. By the end of next year, my plan is to be off of these mainstream platforms, YouTube, Patreon, et cetera, et cetera. Everything is going to be completely centralized on DonovanSharpe.com. Listen, man, YouTube is almost single-handedly responsible for my success in terms of my reach. Patreon is responsible for my financial success. But I know that at any time they could take me off. They could cut my Patreon off. They could take me completely. So the only real way to make sure that you're not really silenced is, of course, by having your own thing. What do you think about that? Do you think that's the only way? Do you think people will come around? What are your thoughts on that?
I completely agree with you. I think this ultimately, because look, out of all the guys we meet, probably 30% really listen, 20% take action, and 10% follow through, right? So for those 10% that do follow through, this is advice that they'll really change their life, because what we teach about ultimately in the red pill, in my opinion, is being sovereign as a man, right? Sovereignty. You are the king of your own kingdom. You rule, in my case, with an iron fist, and I'm sure you do too.
Of course.
And that anytime you have elements in your life that are not in your control, you should assume that they will eventually be taken away from you. So owning your own platform is a genius, man. Getting off of anybody's, fuck everybody who is outside of your control. It's a deal with the devil you have to make right now by using Patreon, PayPal, etc. But these people are I don't know, man. Men and women.
No, I agree. Shout out to Hashim Abdullah with the $5 donation, $5 contribution. He says, keep doing what you do and fighting the good fight. Appreciate the $5 contribution. If you guys want to be like Hashim Abdullah and contribute to the show, do so via the www.streamlabs.com/Donovan Sharpe and the number 1 link. That's streamlabs.com/Donovan Sharpe and the number 1. If you guys want to get in on the show, if you guys have an opinion, if you guys have solutions, give me a call, 914-205-5356. That's 914-205-5356. So talk a little bit about how to figure out how to know that you're being shadow banned.
Okay, so I kind of cut out there, but I got you. So you want to say, how do you determine if you're shadow banned?
Yes, that's correct. Yeah.
Okay. So if you now, this is not a plug, okay, but this is just, I put this post up to show people that follow me on Instagram. So if you go to Modern Life Dating and you click on the most recent post, okay, I put a hashtag that says hashtag Instagram shadow bans. Okay, now this hashtag is unique in the fact that nobody on Instagram has ever used it before. So what I did was I tagged the photo showing the massive drop in my analytics and my audience reach. It's dropped by 1,000 people. And if you click on any hashtag, each hashtag is a marker, like an identification marker per picture. And you can create unique ones. As you guys know, I started the joking, satirical one, Hot Dude Life. And
Yeah,
you
I
know,
remember that.
I started that one, and that one is completely banned from me. Like, if you click on any of my photos that say Hot Dude Life, none of my photos show up. You can do it right now. If you have a cell phone and you have Instagram, pull out your phone, type in hashtag Hot Dude Life. I think 2 or 3 different photos will show up that are not mine, but everything else that's mine is completely hidden. And also, Instagram shadow bans is on my most recent one. If you click on that, then it will not show up. It'll just say there's nothing that's been posted here. And it's funny is because people have called out Instagram about the shadow ban, and they just outright deny it. They're like, no, there's not one. And there's clearly one.
Right. Clearly, yeah. I mean, there's well, listen again, and again, shadow banning is literally just limiting your audience, right?
Yes.
Like all they want to do. So again, they don't have hard evidence that you are in direct violation of terms of service. So I think shadow banning is just one of the ways that they can get away with quasi censorship without actually being accused of censorship, because censorship is it's unconstitutional. You can't do that. And I think and it's interesting a time that we're in, because now I remember Patreon used to be sort of untouchable. Patreon is very good for not safe for work type of content. But now you're hearing about these big guys getting banned on Patreon, right? And the interesting thing, Jonathan, is that we are fighting against feminism. And feminism's solution to guys like us, women and men who seek to destroy guys like us, they don't do it with debate. They don't want to debate with us because part of the reason is they know they're fundamentally wrong. Another part of the reason is they know that we debate facts. We don't give a fuck about your feelings. But what they do is, all they do is report you. They flag you, they ban you, they try to deplatform you. That's the way they do it. And they think they foolishly think that, okay, if we deplatform these guys, we're going to take away their money, and eventually eventually they'll just give up. What these idiots don't understand is that the more platforms you take us off of, the higher the premium our content becomes. You understand what I'm saying? Right now, I remember when I got banned on YouTube, right? I went to Patreon. I immediately went to, I was already on Patreon. I went to Patreon. I gained 200 patrons, I think within the span of a week. That's when it hit me. I said, you know what? At some point, it's probably going to be advantageous for me not to be on any other platform, right? It's probably going to be advantageous for me to be only found on donovansharpe.com. So again, at the end of this year, and again, I don't know if it's going to happen this way. I might be forced into it. It might just take a little bit longer. But eventually, the only place to find my content is going to be my website. And that's the only way that guys like us are going to be able to stick around. What are your plans if you have any?
Well, I've just been so fucking angry today, but through the haze of anger, I've realized exactly what you've come to conclusion, that you just need to own everything. I don't even trust HostGator at this point. I'm thinking about bringing my servers over to like a Japanese web server, because at least they're like red pills fuck over here. They don't care. As long as I'm not like murdering babies on stream, they're like, yeah, if you pay us, we'll host you. But yeah, I've realized I've been kind of neglecting my site because I'm more of like a social media live in your face kind of guy. But I realize I need to put everything on my site and just really nurture and take care of my website and really, root it from there. Because honestly, I'm just like, I'm so passionate about helping guys out. I could easily hide off in the shadows, get some corporate job and do this, but right. I felt like, an obligation to men because I have this knowledge and I wanted to pass it on. And for the guys that I've helped, it's clear as day, as well as you. Like these guys, like they're genuinely happy that we help. So in order to protect my message, I believe that owning my own platform and everything is really the ultimate solution. Because, this is such a big problem. Even President Trump tweeted about it. He tweeted about, hey, they're shadow banning. Like the president of the United States, the most powerful man in the world, says these tech companies are shadow banning people. So when he's tweeting about it, it's a big deal.
Yeah, Miami J actually makes a very important correction. He says, "Got to disagree. For Instagram to do this is not unconstitutional. They are a private entity." Listen, Miami J is right, dude. And I think YouTube is also a private entity. I think Facebook, all of these platforms are a private entity. And there's my cat down there in the background. Oh, there she goes. All of these are private entities, and this is why they're able to do what they do. Listen, good correction there. No, it's not unconstitutional because it's a private entity. I'll say it one more time, Jonathan. And this is why Anthony Johnson does what he does. This is why Anthony Johnson's online presence is not nearly as strong as his offline presence. This is why he wants to build the 21 convention. This is why he wants to build 21 studios. Because at some point, Jonathan, the only two platforms that a man can rely on is his own website and his offline and his off the internet dealings. And the only way you're going to be able to find that out is through your website. And what these social justice warriors do, again, I'll say it again, what they don't understand is that the more they deplatform us, the more value they give our content. Oh, our goal is so that you can't find red pill content anywhere. Okay, fine. You can't find red pill content anywhere but where the red pill guys direct you to go. And now at that point, now we're going to start to crack maybe the top 1 million or maybe the top 500,000 websites visited every day, every week, every year. So, yeah. And listen, it's frustrating now. Don't get me wrong, because we need to build that audience. But I think the plan needs to be use these platforms for as long as you can, gain as much momentum as you possibly can, gain a huge following, right? Then when you disappear, right? When little by little you disappear, and this is going to be my plan. Guys, listen, I'm making the announcement right now. I've actually dude, and Devin specializes in online marketing. She's a fucking pro. She's been at it for more than a decade. She is a fucking pro. She built my website. She built Minister Jap's website. Like, she's a fucking web wizard. Like, there's no doubt about it. All the certifications, blah, 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 blah. But I've been in talks with her. I said, listen, by the end of 2019, definitely going to be off Facebook, definitely going to be off Twitter, definitely going to be off Instagram. I'll make the announcement, man. Hey, listen, 10 more days and I'm off Instagram, right? What I plan on doing, and this I think is what a lot of guys need to do. Okay, we need to get off all these social media platforms. Okay, we need to get off of YouTube. YouTube is great. It's great for spreading the word, but I think YouTube is probably the last shoe to drop. And eventually, I mean, we can use YouTube to kind of direct people to our website, because again, YouTube, I think, is the second most ubiquitous search engine there is to Google, which of course owns YouTube. But this is what needs to happen. And then sort of start your own quasi social media platform, as in, hey, if you listen, I can talk about memes. I can talk about, I can make pithy little comments, but guess what? I'm not doing it on social media. I'm doing it on my platform, doing it on my website. You're not going to Facebook. You're going to Donovan Book. You're not going to Twitter. You're going to Twitter. Right? You're not going to Instagram. You're going to Donovan. You're going to Donovan Graham. I'm serious. Like, this is how it's going to be. So I'm letting you guys know right now. By the end of this year, I'm not going to be on any social media. I may still be on Patreon. I might still be on YouTube, but who knows? Who knows? Dude, mobile app, all that stuff. Like, all of this stuff is coming. No one's going to be able to stop me. I fully plan on doing this. Listen, this is why I'm as cocky as I am, because I know that at the end of the day, I know I can sustain myself.
Yeah, that's great to hear, actually. I'm just, I'm a little salty just because, I put so much effort into Instagram.
Oh, I know you do, man. I know you do.
And I'm fucking, I'm on Instagram every single day. And some dork in Silicon Valley Instagram is just like, in between his asthma inhalers, is just like, I don't like this guy, so I'm going to shadow ban him.
Wow, you've got the Beta Donovan voice. Oh, my God.
I don't like that guy. I'm going to shadow ban him. Women are made of sugar, spice, and everything nice.
And he goes home and jerks off the porn all night, and all 75 pounds of him. But ultimately, I'm on 3 censorship-free, decentralized social media sites.
Okay.
That are so, like, such dangerous sites. Dangerous in the sense that, like, they are getting the attention from PayPal. One is called BitChute, BITCHUTE, and PayPal has banned them because they are saying that they are advocates of hate speech, right? Alex Jones posts all his content on there, and there's a lot of content creators. I'm not sure if you know of this guy, but his name is Dave Cullen from Computing Forever.
Okay.
He used to have a tech only website, and like you and I, when you focus on finding the truth in one aspect of your life, you end up seeing the truth revealed in other areas. And so he was doing honest tech reviews, and then he started realizing the SJW shit, and he started doing SJW stuff. His channel blew up, and now they're like adamantly attacking him, and he has like BitChute only exclusives. And he actually said that right now he's in a network of guys like Sargon of Akkad and stuff.
Yeah.
And actually they are coming up with a decentralized 100% censorship free Patreon. They're working on it right now. And I think that is going to be the future, because the thing is, you and I have audiences for a reason. There clearly are men who are talented men with money that are seeking this data, and they're seeking it and they can't find it in GQ magazine. They can't find it in Maxim, all these supposed men's magazines that have been infiltrated by cucks. And these guys are looking for us, and then there's a need there. So these guys are realizing that they're on the side of truth. Right now, we're a grassroots movement, and we're like militia in the original 13 colonies fighting for America's independence. And people maybe get ridiculed or whatever, but the few men who are watching us, the few men that are listening us, these men are the future. These guys are like the most mentally fucking advanced and spiritually awake. Not spiritually, but on a consciousness level, they see shit for what it really is, not the blue pill lie.
Right. Yeah, that makes sense. And just to piggyback off of your point, dude, we have audiences for a reason. It's because, and the interesting thing is, Jonathan, when guys find the red pill, there are many different reactions to it. Most of the time, sometimes guys think, is this satirical or are these guys serious? Like, bitches ain't shit. Like, you have to treat them like shit to get them to treat you well. I don't know if this is like, I don't know what I mean, did I find this on The Onion? Is there a link to The Onion? Then some guys like to deny it. Some guys are on the fence, are like, okay, but I'm not comfortable with these parts. And those guys some come around, some don't. Then there are guys, I don't know about you, but then there are guys like me. But as soon as I started reading Return of Kings, click. And the reason why it clicked for me is because I think all men have red pill awareness.
Yeah.
But everything around us is so anti-red pill. Like, we see that relationships are fucked up. Listen, they tell us when we're kids on TV that women should be equal to men and you should trust women based on what she says. Yet all we have experienced are women who are lying sluts. We see this all the time. Women are made of sugar, spice, and everything nice, but my next door neighbor had somebody else's baby and everybody knows it, right?
Yep.
Well, happy life, happy wife, happy life. Well, we see guys, myself included, who do everything possible to make their wives happy, but then their wives step out on them, they cheat on them, they get fat, and they divorce rape them. We see these things. So then when we see red pill content, a lot of guys think, you know what? I've been saying this shit under my breath for years. I knew this was the fucking truth. I knew what was going on, and now here it is. And by the way, shout out to Cool and Kofi, says your jacket is super pimp fresh. I like that.
Thanks. I got it for sale in Florida because there's no need for these, but I was coming back to Tokyo when I got it.
Right.
Double swag points because nobody in Tokyo has it.
Oh, straight up.
But just going back to that, dude. Talking to you really that really kind of makes me have a peace of mind. If you put as much time, God, I'm stuttering like fucking Obama. If you put as much,
hey, listen, Obama, dude, listen, Obama to me. Now, I'm not an Obama guy, but he is probably the best speaking president we've ever had. Yeah, he stuttered at times, but listen, that nigga could talk, like real talk.
He was good. No, I was referring to the if video. That went viral when they remixed
Jonathan,
it.
you will not make fun of the way I talk. You will not do that.
But yeah, I forgot, I lost my track. But no, what you said was a solid point, actually. And ultimately, look, marijuana got legalized, right?
Sure.
Gay people got marriage rights, right? And that's because the will of the people consciously decided that. And I think now more than ever, like, I think people are more awake than ever. Like, I think people see like these YouTubers who are like, hey guys, I'm always fucking happy, la la la, whatever. I think people are starting to get disgusted by that. And they're wanting to see real shit. So like, I think, you know, guys like you and I, clearly we're very filter free, but the refreshing part about men like us is because you didn't know that we have no fucking agenda. We don't have any fucking two-faced lies, none of that shit. Like, what you see on camera is what you get off camera. Only off camera, we're probably even more fucking real.
Yes, sir. You better believe it.
Thing.
You better fucking believe it. You guys are listening to TSR Live, special Tuesday and Thursday edition with Jonathan from Modern Life Dating. If you guys want to contribute to the show, go to my Streamlabs link. That's streamlabs.com/Donovan Sharpe. Anything the show gets today in the way of contributions gets split right down the middle between the show and the guest, as Jonathan from Modern Life Dating gives unbelievable, unfiltered advice, very good information. You guys can follow Jonathan on Instagram at Modern Life Dating. And I think it's Modern Life John on Twitter.
Yeah, I just got on Twitter. I've been banned 2 times, going for the 3rd. If you join me on Twitter, I am at Modern Life John. And on each social media platform, Facebook and Twitter and Minds and Gab and Instagram and YouTube and my email list, I give out different sources of data because each platform specializes in a certain way. I just sent out I call it the evilest holiday advice in my email list. Evilest holiday advice for quick pussy. And then, yeah, Twitter just got back on. I have almost 100 followers already. So really seeing some awesome guys from the community really stepping up and supporting me. So I truly appreciate it as a guy who's like doing this from like, you know, like a moralistic point of view. Like, I'm not doing this like monetize or fucking get rich or something off of this. Like, I'm doing this to help.
Right. Just a quick thought. Ray and PG pointed out the fact, no notifications whatsoever. One of the changes that I'm going to be making, one of the things that I'm going to be rolling out, I'm finally going to get the mobile app done. The technical glitch that happened. Now, I was actually supposed to release the mobile app a couple of months ago, but I ran into a glitch with the company. That has since been resolved. It was a programming issue. All of that is all squared away and taken care of, so you have nothing to worry about there. One of the benefits of having the mobile app is I get unlimited push notifications. So when I go live on YouTube or anywhere else, I'm going to send out a push notification to let you guys know, hey, TSR Live is live on YouTube. That way, when and if I am shadow banned by YouTube, you guys will get the notification, and you guys will always know when I'm on the air. So whether I'm on the air with O'Shea, whether I'm on the air with Redman Group, whether I'm on the air with Jonathan from Modern Life Dating, any of my guests, you guys will be notified again. This is late January, early February. The Donovan Sharpe mobile app will absolutely positively be coming out. That has all been worked out. So I'm very much looking forward to that. Quick question here, Jonathan, and I think a lot of guys are probably maybe wondering the same thing as far as the deplatformization. I don't even know if that's the word. Do you think, because we've talked about things like Gab and BitChute, and I heard somebody in there talking about, well, there's a private organization and decentralized. Do you think that these decentralized, privatized, companies that are, I don't want to say user friendly, but that are red pill friendly, with men like ourselves, do you think that they actually have a chance to exist? Because my instinct is at some point they're going to figure out how to take these things down, especially if it's left to the public. I guess that's maybe that's my cynicism. I don't know. What say you?
I believe that, you know, I think that the future is more free will, not less, because I read a Department of Defense report, and this was during the 2016 presidential election. And, you know, it was the DOD, and these were a bunch of documents that got released on WikiLeaks. And I was like, you know, I'm insatiable for seeking the truth. So I was scrolling through these thousands of pages, and I read one part, and this guy who was a member of the DOD. He said that, you know, the average public member is still pretty stupid and they don't really know what's going on. But they said the biggest problem we're having is an increase in people just disobeying the government and just saying, you know, fuck the government. We're going to do our own thing. And ultimately, they can't control us. It's like, you know, it's a big illusion. These people think that they have control over us, but we outnumber them probably. I don't know. What do you think? Like 100 to 1, 200 to 1? A million to 1?
Well, there are 325 million people in the United States, so you're probably closer. Probably maybe 100,000 to 1, something like that.
Yeah, there you go. 100 to 1, even 100,000, even if it's 50 to 1, we still outnumber these fuckers.
We still crap. Yeah.
And so, you know, they are noticing that there's a rise in, you know, dissidents, if you will, but these are people just who like want a good way. Like if you've owned a business or you've paid taxes, you completely know that the government fucks you any chance they can. And I think people are just getting more and more fed up. And ultimately, I mean, look at this. Donald Trump is president. Yeah. If that doesn't show you that people are waking up, I don't know what will, because the dude's going to win again too in 2020. So I think ultimately the future is bright. I think that people are eventually going to want more free speech, because that's what people do. They get on the internet, they're looking for truth. And if you, nowadays more than ever, if you con somebody or you try to pull a fast one on them on the internet, if you're like an internet personality, your career is pretty much fucked. Like a lot of these Twitch thoughts lately, I don't know if you've been keeping up on it, but a lot of them have been doxxed, and people are finding out that these girls are married and pretending they're single on Twitch and getting guys to send them thousands of dollars.
Yeah, right. That doesn't surprise me, man. I mean,
no, it doesn't surprise me either.
You heard about the thought audit, you know?
Yeah. That too. But like these girls are saying like, oh, I'm single. I don't know if I could find a man. Why don't you send me some money and make me feel better? Maybe we can meet sometime. And then these pathetic idiots are sending the money through a computer screen, thinking that they have a chance.
The thirst is real.
Oh, it's pathetic, dude. It's so pathetic. And it's hilarious because now they're getting fucking red pilled as well. So they're realizing, shit, this bitch lied to me. She's been lying to me for 3 years. I sent her over $10,000.
Oh my God. Yeah.
So
Ray and PG wants to know, what is this app again? Are you talking about now? If you're talking about the Donovan Sharpe mobile app, the Donovan Sharpe mobile app, again, it's going to come out late January, early February of 2019. So in what? 6 to 8 weeks. In 6 to 8 weeks, the Donovan Sharpe mobile app will be released. You'll be able to get it on Android as well as iOS. It's going to have push notifications. Dude, all kinds. It's going to have push notifications. It's going to have my PayPal link. It'll have my Patreon link to become a patron. Articles that I'll be posting. It'll have the ebooks that I've written with O'Shea. It's also going to have my at some point, I think I'm going to release it all at the same time. It's just going to be one, it's just going to be one big introduction. I'm going to have I'm going to start selling Donovan Sharpe merchandise. Like you'll be able to buy Donovan Sharpe merchandise on my mobile app. The t-shirt that I'm wearing now is going to be on sale. I've got some other clever ideas for t-shirts, maybe a TSR beanie, a TSR hoodie, things of that nature. You'll be able to buy it straight from the mobile app. And again, I don't want to get too far in the weeds here, but in terms of scheduling consultations, making payments for consultations, you're going to do that through the Donovan Sharpe mobile app as well. So again, it's definitely going to be all inclusive. James Martinez asks another very good question. Once the app is up and running, should Patreon members move away and just use your PayPal? I am actually working right now I'm actually working right now on migrating my Patreon audience over to my website. We're still in the beginning stages in terms of a payment processor, things of that nature. Listen, maybe it'll be PayPal, maybe it'll be Stripe, maybe it'll be whoever, but whatever the case may be, no, it's not just going to be through PayPal. There'll be a system where you go in, it'll listen. I'm gonna try to design it just like Patreon. I'm going to look at Patreon's model and I'm going to say, okay, this is going to be Donovan's, Donovan on, I guess if you want to call it. So there's going to be a section on my website that is designed just like Patreon, okay, where you go in, you pick a tier, and you'll get access to different tiered information. And of course, everything will be migrated over there. So yeah, it's going to be all inclusive. Like I said, at some point, the goal is that by the end of 2019, the only two places that you will be able to get Donovan Sharpe content anywhere is on donovansharpe.com or the Donovan Sharpe mobile app. Now, of course, when I do shows with the Red Man Group, things of that nature, that will be on YouTube or whatever platform they decide. But those will be the only two places you'll be able to get my content. Oh, wow. Good comment there by this funny looking dude named Modern Life Dating. Says, pro tip, any company based in Southern California, don't trust it. Dude, any company based in California, don't trust it. Because, dude, Northern California, that's where all the social justice warriors are, right? Dude, dude, San Francisco, the Bay Area, Oakland, et cetera, et cetera.
Yeah, definitely. Like, Google. I mean, hey, Google just got taken to court. I don't know if you followed our good pal, Alex Jones, but he was in the fucking courtroom lobby yelling at the president or the CEO of Google, who's like, they're just completely getting closed in from every area. Like Mark Zuckerberg was before Congress recently. And then now you have this guy. So, they can run forever, but I think the internet really is such a powerful tool. Like look at you and I, we've never met in real life, but we have like such a great connection just because of the internet. And I think that, ultimately, I think that the future is bright because I think people people just in general want to be more sovereign, and they're realizing how the government has fucked them, how the media has lied to them. I even have girls contacting me who are like saying like, you're so right about how guys are pussies these days. And, of course they could just be like, fangirling or whatever.
But listen, be that as it may, there's truth to it, right? They're a fangirl because guys are pussies. You, Jonathan, are not a pussy.
Yeah. So that's what I think ultimately it is the future is looking good. I think guys like us are going to become more popular and people are just going to kind of choose which reality they want to live in. But when there is a clash in realities, I think that the one closest and most grounded to the truth, no matter how ugly and, unflattering it is the one where most people will choose. I think more people are waking up. People don't trust the media. People don't trust the government. Trump is president and he is shitting on the government and the media, and he's the goddamn president,
Right.
So I think ultimately things are looking up. So we'll just have to see what happens. But, that's why I say when you are in the red pill sphere, and for the guys that actually care, for the 10% that take action and listen and follow us and have tested our advice in real life and have actually seen results from our words, those guys who are like diehard loyal fans, make sure you follow us on multiple avenues. For me, get on the email list. For Donovan, get on his email list, get on all his platforms, and keep an eye on us because we could disappear at any moment. And that's not like some like marketing, like scarcity shit or like urgency shit. It's fucking true.
Yeah. Dude, I'll never forget. It was a Sunday when they nixed my channel. I think I was watching, I forget what I was watching, but I was walking around. I got an email from somebody that said, damn, they nixed your YouTube channel. I go on and that was it. I was like, all right, well, it's time to go to ThreatCon Delta. It's time to move to Plan B. So now I'm back on YouTube, but I do not. And listen, I would love to stay on YouTube. I really would. But and here's the thing. YouTube is solely responsible. Well, not solely responsible, but YouTube has played a huge role in my success, right? Without YouTube, I would not be as well known as I am right now. Be that as it may, YouTube is beholden to the mob, right? And listen, YouTube doesn't have time to go in and check everybody. Dude, I've got 3,000 subscribers. the talking heads at YouTube, even if they were checking everything, they're like, okay, this guy Donovan Sharpe, okay, so he, so all right, so he, appears to be a woman hater. He's talking about red pill truth. He's got 3,000 subscribers. Let's leave him alone, right?
Yeah.
But but again, any platform that is beholden to the mob, that allows quote unquote self-policing, listen, we can't be a part of that. We can't be a part of that. I would love to be, because it's the quickest way. It's the quickest way to go. But and listen, I got nothing against Facebook or Twitter or Instagram or YouTube or Patreon. But I know that those companies could betray me at any time. So just like James Martinez says, the future is information. Companies, governments are trying to limit access to the information. Owning your own information is the game changer. That and owning your own platforms, mobile apps and websites. That's how it's going to be done.
Yeah. Yeah. And, just to touch on, like, people are waking up as well, talking about YouTube. I'm grateful. I just wish I could speak more freely, because I'm holding back so much. The only place I can really speak my mind is on my email list. And the guys who read my emails, they send me email back like, God damn, that was fucking savage and woke. Right. But, on the email list, I have full control. I can say whatever the fuck I want. I don't have to be PC. I don't have to be like, oh, that was homophobic, or I don't know, whatever fake terms they make up to try to just silence you. But if you take a look at the YouTube Rewind, okay? So what the YouTube Rewind is, it is a highlight of 2018, right? And they do it every year. They do the Rewind, and it's kind of like a highlight video. So this year, YouTube put out the YouTube Rewind, and it was the most PC propaganda-filled piece of shit, and it is historically the most disliked video on YouTube.
Wow.
So people are definitely wake up, because these are just normies. These are not just like, red pill hardcore guys like us. These are just normie dudes. And it's the most disliked YouTube video in history. And they didn't even have PewDiePie in it. And he's the #1 YouTuber. He has over 76 million subs. He's the #1 YouTuber. And that guy's red pilling people every day. So
yeah. That's very true. There's also a video by Alexander Grace who talked about red pill extremism.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's interesting because this guy is literally purple pill, blue. It's probably violet pill. He's more blue pill than purple pill. He wants to cooperate with the feminists and this. No, man. Like, that's who you need to be talking. Turd Flinging Monkey actually had a very, very good response to Alexander Grace's just verbal vomit. Like, you guys definitely got to go listen to that, because he really pokes holes in a lot of this stuff. There's a lot of gratuitous laughing and haha, that's so funny by TFM. And listen, man, there's no love loss between me and him. But, listen, I'm a man, and I can compartmentalize my disdain for him and his solutions to, the fucked up feminist society that we live in from his brilliance. That's just all there is to it. But definitely go check that out. But you go to that video, and there are probably 4 times as many dislikes as there are likes. I think the last time I checked, there were 300 likes and like 1,200 dislikes. So just like you said, man, people are definitely starting to wake up. I think that's pretty obvious.
Yeah, Turd Flinging Monkey, at the end of the day, he does fuck a doll. That's pretty dumb. But I will say, I do respect him for going MGTOW, because I respect these MGTOW guys way more than I respect these supplicating blue pill male feminist guys that are just pathetic existences. At least these MGTOW guys have balls to say, fuck you, fuck this system, fuck you, bitch. You're not going to treat me like shit. I'm going my own way. And in my opinion, that's more masculine than being guys like, oh, I want equality in my relationship. And, you're a special diamond in the sky, honey. There's no one like you. Oh. And then she runs off and gets fucked by the fucking Chad pool boy.
Right. That's how that goes. Well, that's going to do it for this edition of TSR Live, special Tuesday edition. My thanks to Jonathan from Modern Life Dating for joining us today. He's going to be on again Thursday. I have no idea what we're going to be talking about there, but I'm sure we'll come up. We came up with the show topic, a half an hour before we came on. Yeah. But this was definitely a good topic. Be sure to tune in later today, right here, same bat time or same bat channel, different time, 5 o'clock Eastern. I will have Kevin Samuels, men's image consultant, Kevin Samuels. We say Tanner Guzzi is the white Kevin Samuels, but he's going to be on later today at 5 o'clock Eastern to discuss 3 outfits every man should own. You certainly don't want to miss that. Thank you again, Jonathan, for making the time for us today, and we will talk soon, my friend.
Alrighty, thanks, guys. Just check me out on Instagram before I get banned at Modern Life Dating, and I'll check you next time.
All right. Thanks for watching, guys. Take care.